This episode is brought to you by SnapFit Collectibles. Fuel your passion. Shopee Toy Reviews would like to thank SnapFit Collectibles, your #1 source for top quality third-party model kits. Go ahead and check out their link down in the description below. We have their Facebook page and their Shopee link. SnapFit Collectibles. Fuel your passion. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we have our MGSD Gaogao Fighter Barbatos. This is the MGSD bootleg of the Barbatos SD from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And let's go ahead and take a look at the inner frame of this thing. It looks really great. What I like about the inner frame is that there are different part separations. You have some silver, you have some gunmetal gray, you have some chrome looking parts, and it's very detailed. I like that all the parts right here are very detailed. And now let's take a look at the head unit. The head unit is really okay. I like the design on this thing. It is a little sharp for my taste, but it is pretty good. You can remove the side cheeks of the head unit, and it is a little loose sometimes, but overall, I like that there are no stickers and it uses a lot of part separation. Now let's take a look at the body unit. The body unit is really nice. I like the design on this thing, very sharp, and you can actually open the cockpit area. Just be careful that there are some parts that fall off, especially for the lower part of this, which connects to the waist unit, and it gives that articulation. It actually falls off, so that's one of the issues. Moving on to the arm unit area, let's go ahead and take a look at the design on this thing. The design is very unique, I would say, because it has a mixture of sharp and round edges. I like that there are some pneumatic pistons. There are a lot of joints, and I like the arms and the hands actually move. Very, very MG, and that is the thing. That's the catch to this. The waist unit is not really that amazing. It looks really plain, and the thing that I observed with my copy is that the waist unit is a little stiff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leg unit. The leg unit is a little, different. Because it's small and it's short, and there are a lot of movements also, but the design hinders the movement. You would see that there are a lot of moving parts, but for some reason the design stops the rest of the movement from happening, and some of the parts, especially the back panel, falls off. So that is a little bummer right there. Now the backpack looks very plain. There is a section right here that you can flip up that panel and it exposes a booster, and there are a lot of articulation, especially for the weapon connections of this. So you can connect the katana and the long range cannons, and it acts like extenders to that. And there are two little pegs right here that connects to the back of your Barbatos. Now speaking of the weapons, we have the long range rifle. I like this weapon. It is compact. It is something mobile. You can extend it. There is a little bit of articulation down in the handle area. It has a sensor that's not a sticker. It's actually clear plastic. It is a really nice accessory to this. One of my favorites. The katana is really plain looking, although I like the futuristic design on this thing. It really looks really great. The mace is the biggest and I would say the most appealing weapon. I guess this is the weapon that the Barbatos really prefers, and it is pretty good, but it's just really not something that I prefer. So let's go ahead and connect the head unit to the body unit. When you do that, nothing really comes loose. I just really feel it sometimes that the cheeks might really fall off, but the peg and the ball joint to the head is okay. Now when you connect the arms, they don't really snap in through a ball joint, but they actually peg in into a hole, and that feels a little loose. But once you do that, once you connect them, it looks really great. Now this is where the problem happens, and I think this is where the issue is. A lot of the parts for the legs, they fall off. Again, it's not something to do with the plastic quality. Actually, the plastic quality for the Gaogao MGSD is very improved. I really think that it's more on the design of this kit. A lot of the movement was supposed to be designed to have this kit to produce mobility or to have like wide range of movement, but the sharpness of the design of the plastic hits other parts and it kind of falls off, and that kind of is a bummer. So I hate that, and I'm just really having a lot of time and issues with connecting some of the parts that falls off. It's very finicky and it is sometimes annoying. But once you have that, connect the top half and the bottom half, and it is okay. But this is what I was talking about. That side panel around the cheeks, it falls off now as you put pressure to it. And as you do that, a lot of the other parts starts falling off, including the hands. So I'm thinking now that this could also be something to do with the Gaogao quality. Remember that Gaogao is not the best third-party, knockoff bootleg maker right there. But overall, when you try to move around the parts, there are still some parts that falls off, like the shoulder pads. The articulation is great. There's no problem with that. I really think that the articulation on the MGSD Barbatos is good, except that when it comes to the lower part of the SD kit, that's where you feel that there are some issues. It could be the midsection, or it could be somewhere around the leg section. That's where these problems occur. But overall, design wise, quality wise, the plastic quality really is great, and the color is all good. Now let's go ahead and connect the weapons to this. This is where some of the problems again appear. The katana connects really fine, but when you connect that long-range rifle, you would feel that the rifle is not really sinking in, or it's not pegging in well. So what I did is I just removed the whole backpack, and then I just pushed that rifle in really tight, and that made it feel more secure, and that allowed it to connect better. So I guess it's really something to do with the very small pegs that were designed into the rifle. So that is just another possible issue right there. You can have the Barbatos hold the mace. I like that the connectors for the mace and the hands are actually better than the MGs that I've seen before. So for an SD kit with the ability to hold big weapons, this thing does its job well. So very cool. No problems right there. And when you do that, bada bing, it looks really awesome. Now, the MGSD Fighter Barbatos from Gaogao has some really good plastic. Compared to the plastic that you would expect from the Gaogao HG, this thing is a lot better. I would give it a 9 just for the plastic quality alone. But for other things, I wouldn't really give it the very high score. But right now, looking at this kit, making it do some poses like what I've seen on the manual, it actually looks fantastic. It starts to grow on you. It starts to like, hey, I'm starting to like it. And as someone who's not really into the IBO, I just suddenly saying, hey, this kit looks really appealing to me. And that is pretty cool. Now, one of the things that really caught my eye here with this kit is that the tons of weaponry that it has. The mace is really an amazing weapon. It's very dynamic. It also comes with a really modern looking katana, and that is such an amazing weapon right there. It gives that Barbatos a really menacing look, and the movement of the hands plus the weapon, it gives that very angsty, very dangerous looking mobile suit. And I like that it has a long range weapon as well, and it can actually grasp the rifle, and that is a very cool gimmick right there. And with that, let's talk about the things that I like about this kit. Number one, Gaogao's plastic for the MGSD line has totally improved. Actually, I really like the plastic quality on this thing. Number two, we have vibrant colors. Number three, you have great accessories that comes along with this kit. And number four, awesome parts separation, no stickers. And of course, it's very affordable. And with that, let's talk about the things that we don't like about this kit. Number one, the quality of the fittings of this kit is really hit or miss. We have some loose parts falling here and there. And of course, the design is a little cumbersome, that it limits the articulation of the kit. Overall, we're going to give this kit a rating of 8 out of 10. That's still good. And that's pretty much all the time that we have right now, folks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that like, hit the bell notification, and remember, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay awesome. Till all are one, peace out, rock and roll. Bye, everybody. Bye.